Hey my friends, it's your friend Kevin here with today's Dvine Daily Blast. But before I get going, I want you to stop and think right now, wherever you are, about your life, about what's happening in your life, what's occurring in your life. Not so much the material details, but kind of where you're sitting, where you are placed in the world, and what brings you an element of joy, happiness, contentment, that feeling of complete and utter satisfaction. You're the one that actually is responsible for it. You're the one that puts the boundaries to achieve it. And I think that's why I like to pop in here every morning, because it helps me lift up my day to a whole brand new level. Things happen, they occur. The news cycle continues to trot out all kinds of news. There's contrasting things that happen. However, when I begin my day, or I begin thinking really positive, upbeat, creative thoughts, creative expression, like I'm doing with you here, it changes the narrative. It changes the way I look and feel and see things. So I can start whatever from this point on with a positive mindset. What I'm now noticing, and I'll share it with you, when it slides down the other way, when I start feeling not so good, when the negativity creeps in, doesn't happen quite as often, but when it does, I notice it. That's when I've got to pull myself together, adjust and adapt. And that's what today's Dvine Daily Blast is about. Adjust and adapt. Let's get right to it. So, with that said, we start off with an angel numerology number 5 day today. Typically means changes are coming, well, they're here and they've been constant, and it's an ongoing change. We're letting go of certain things and new things are taking their place. However, many of us believe that happens automatically without our input, and indeed many things do. You know, if the house across the street gets demolished, well, we didn't cause it, we didn't ask for it to happen, and we didn't tell the town, go ahead and demolish that house. It just happened. However, something else is going to come in its place, or not. But a number 5 days, an advanced message that changes are constant. This is an adventurous energy. It's an energy to be dynamic, spiritual, sensual. Invoke endless curiosity in these changes. Be the visionary of your own pathway. Look at things in a brand new way. Shed new light on situations. Shed new energy in people and places and things and situations that you may have felt were mundane. And if you've got a tarot deck, look up the meaning of the Awakening card, which is also known as the Hangman, or the Tower card, and call upon Archangel Michael, Archangel Uriel, and then Archangel Gabriel for your divine angelic assistance. So I live in the mid-Atlantic region of the United States, and I'm beginning to notice that just a month ago we had the summer solstice and the shortest day of the year, and just gently, delightfully, you start to see the daylight trickling down a little. There's less of it. It gets darker just a tiny bit earlier. It gets lighter just a tiny bit later than it used to. And these are the subtle changes that we adapt to, that we accept as we move on forward. Now, speaking of changes, the moon has now moved into Sagittarius. And if you're not sure which way is up, today could bring some respite to that. Under the cheerful Sagittarius moon, which is why that comes, so it's encouraging us to talk to somebody you love. Let them know just how much you care about them. You know, pick up the phone, send them a text message. Sharing love, giving love, you get it back. It feels good to do it. Here are my isms. Aim high even if you miss. The higher you go, you just keep aiming. Just keep aiming. You'll get there eventually. I'm a magical manifester. Think of all the areas of your life that you gave a thought to, then gave energy to, and then realized them in real time. I'm aligned with my missions and anchored in my purpose, just what I got through saying earlier. Where are you? What are you doing? What are you about? And what are you in charge of? Take charge. Be in it. Be with it. Message from Archangel Michael. Speaking of Michael, we've got a message in today's affirmation. We've got the activation. We've got Michael and Faith. It's like Michael is waking us up, sitting us in the driving seat and saying, not only am I here to protect you, but your life forward is free and easy. Off you go. He says, I am the Archangel of safety and protection. Let me bring you comfort whenever you feel unsafe, physically, professionally, or emotionally. Says, I'm surrounded by angels of protection. I am perfectly safe in all ways. I love that. I love that. Move that out of the way so I can read these. As I've said, the angelic protection, simple. Thank you, Michael, for clearing the road for my highest truth. Always. There is no wrong road. We can't fail. Even when we take a turn that doesn't feel right, somehow or another we make it back on the right road. Michael and Faith, spiritual calling, divine protection, breakthrough moments, awaken to your power, awaken to your sovereignty, all of those things. Louise Hay's daily diary today says, I deserve to live in an atmosphere of happiness and acceptance. If you are not living in an atmosphere of happiness and acceptance, two things are going on. Somehow, some way, it's to teach you a lesson that you should be, or somehow, some way, you have chosen something that's not aligned with your highest good. Get aligned with your highest good. Now, we have a tarot card, which is our bonus card of the week, which is the Emperor. We also have our daily tarot card that I pulled last Sunday, the Knight of Cups. Now, the Knight of Cups is really tarot's romantic messenger. He symbolizes a pursuit of love, of creativity, of spiritual ideals. And this card encourages us to let your intuition and your emotions take the lead. Rather than relying on rigid logic, all of that, use the Knight of Cups to act with genuine conviction and wear your heart on your sleeve. I know a lot of people say, well, stop wearing your heart on your sleeve. Why not? Be expressive as you possibly can. Now, when it's teamed up with the Emperor, where the forces are falling apart so something else can emerge. What else can emerge when you let go of the idea of being all buttoned up, of being all constrained, of being all stuck in? What happens when you are truly, truly, truly self-expressive? When you just let it all go? When you decide to figure out you're running along the beach, or riding a horse along the beach, or just splashing in the ocean, or go into a forest, or go into a park, and just opening your arms, letting your heart see the sky. What do you feel like? How does that feel to you? Fairies, gnomes, pixies. Ooh, hello. Let's see what this is. Healing. Okay, so you saw me shuffle, and you saw me just shuffle, and we have the same card 2 days in a row. I think this is speaking to emotional healing. Change is accepting and adapting and being in the mode of emotional healing, allowing yourself to give and receive healing, give and receive love, give and receive forgiveness. And when you do it, you give permission for other people. Be the leader of your own healing. It isn't something that you have to go out and declare. I happen to think that those I have encountered that are declaring who they are, what they're doing, big announcements, huge, big gestures, are trying to act it. There's a difference between people that are trying to act it out and people that you know who genuinely are being that, because you feel that. You feel their beingness. You feel that's who I can trust this person. It's an energy exchange. Right, my friends, that's it from me for today. I'll be back tomorrow. Thanks so much for watching, liking, subscribing, doing all you do to support the channel. Until tomorrow, bye for now.